Texture packs are few and far between these days, so I jump at the chance to review one whenever a new one comes out, and recently, a new one has. The texture pack that I'm reviewing in today's video is the 3D Weapons texture pack created by Heropixel Games. Coming in at 660 mine tokens, this texture pack takes up 42 megabytes of space. So buckle up for a long one, because I'm going back to what I enjoy most. The GUI for the 3D Weapons texture pack starts us off with a rather epic main menu screen, and in the settings we get browns and beiges. That main menu screen carries on into the loading screen, and while it is very epic, you can see they've taken time and effort, there is a slight touch of busyness to it. We do get brown colors for the windows on the loading screen, the creative menu, the inventory menu, and the workbenches, but also some of the workbench menus have this kind of white pillar that goes up with red bricks and in some cases vines and leaves, which I think alludes to the Olympus themed weapon forging that gets hinted to in the description. In terms of the icons as well, they're not all very similar to Minecraft's icons. There are some very different styles, whether that's because they're a lower resolution or just a different art style. I'm not 100% sure on commenting on that, but there is definite differences in there, which makes me appreciate it because I don't like vanilla packs, so any change is appreciated. Do you need even more Dazman in your life? Well, I mean, who doesn't? Well, this isn't the only channel to find me. I have multiple channels, all doing different things. Aside from here on the Dazman channel, I also have the Dazman Reacts channel, where I react to pack combinations and even the odd Minecraft trailer, as well as having marketplace creator interviews, and I'm also building an actions and stuff compatibility list, so I post my findings in episodes there as well. Or maybe you want to see me play other games. Well, the best place for that is Dazman Plays, where I play multiple games at the same time. Or how about Dazman Football, where I play football games, or even Dazman Wrestling, where I hope to play more wrestling games in the future. And that's not it. I also have a website, dazman.gg, where you can find my entire texture pack review database, written reviews, written creator interviews, and it's the home of that actions and stuff compatibility list, and my official podcast. You can also see pack waiting lists and my weekly schedule. But if you want to support me, we also have the merch store at dazman.gg/merch and the Patreon account at patreon.com/thedazman, where you can support the individual channels or multiple channels at once. Or maybe you want to consider becoming a channel member here on YouTube by clicking join on this channel or the Dazman Reacts channel. There's got to be some version of the Dazman for you. Alright, so welcome back to another texture pack review, and this is a brand new texture pack, and it's always great to get back in the seat for this. Hopefully this video goes well. Remember to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm actually going to switch up my review format here today. Normally we start by looking at world generation, but with a texture pack that's called 3D Weapons Textures, I feel like we need to get to the weapons rather sharpish. So I'm going to pull the Armoury section forward today. We're going to start by looking at all of the blocks and everything individually, have a look at the weapons, have a look at what we're dealing with that, and then we'll go into the world generation and see how it all comes together. But what we can also do while we're here is have a look at the... wait. Hold on. Where's he get that little wiggle in his hips from? So it does mention... So it does mention in the description. I'm sorry. I didn't look at all of this stuff. It does mention in the description that there are custom player fight animations. I didn't expect, and that doesn't feel vanilla. I know I use actions and stuff in my world, but that does not feel vanilla for that little hip sway that we've got going on there. Hold on, how does it look? It feels very his legs feel very wooden, which for me is cool. I've got a peg leg, right? But like that, the little hip sway left to right feels hilarious. So I want to see what the fight animations are as well. Are there any run animations? Hold on. Let me just. Where's the bounce? He's got like a little. I can't stop looking at his hips. Look. Watch his hips. Watch his hips here. Look. They're just swinging left and right. Okay, I'm sorry. So we will also be looking at the animations. I didn't actually think there was going to be too crazy of a walking or animation or anything like that. I'm seeing a very evident like pulsing of the chest with the breathing as well. And I did say in my microscope video over on Dasman Reacts that I would put this pack, just from what I read in the description, in the same kind of discussion as actions and stuff with the what does this pack bring. Now, that's not saying same quality or anything like that, and we can already see behind me, it's nowhere near as vanilla. So let's go and have a look at these blocks, and oh, that's nice. Okay, nice little cube up there. By the way, if you can hear any housework or anything like that, my neighbors are still doing housework, and it's really annoying. Let's see what we've got going on here. So, mine carts are rocking horse type things, little unicorn things on one wheel. That is cool. That I gotta see. I've got to see. Hold on. Okay, so that's a hopper one. Do I just have a standard one that I can sit in? I do. I forgot I put that there. Very sorry. Very sorry. So when you're sitting on it, you do sit rather snugly in the box there as well. And then as it moves, okay. I'm sorry. That is really loud. I'm very, very sorry about that. Okay, so the unicorns have got their eyes blinking on here as well. I mean, listen, is it going to fit the pack? We're already talking about Olympus. We're already talking about 3D weapons. Where'd you get a unicorn from? Is that supposed to be, is it Pegasus? Hercules' horse? I don't think so. I'm trying to find lore to it here. But okay. We're there with that, and then we've got, okay, that's a rather basic dropper dispenser and an even more basic observer there. Not sure what the pack's intending to be straight away. Obviously, 3D weapons is what it's called, so that's what we're going to be dealing with the most here. But there still needs to be a pack around it, right? I also noticed as well, we've got grass variation. And a few different blocks of it too. So we'll see that when we go to the world generation in the next section. There is some orange stuff going on here. Excuse me, I am fighting off a bit of a cold. So we got some orange and black for the Skulk Catalyst, the Skulk Shrieker, the Skulk Sensor. And then there's a bit of purpley and pink in there for the calibrated sensor as well. Okay. Looking forward to seeing that in the ancient city later on. Remember, it's been a while since I've done a texture pack review that people cared about. So if you do want to jump ahead, there are chapters available for you to jump ahead as well. Just want to make sure you guys know that so you can go to the exact sections that you want to go to. Carrying on, we can see here an animated redstone block. I like that animation, you know. We will double back with vibrant visuals on as well to see that. A little bit of an animation on the end rod here. There's a few different parts being meshed together on this. There's some lighting stuff going on here. Almost feels a little bit basic in the design. Custom, but still basic. I like the animated glowstone though. Hello. That is, oh, you know, I can't. We're definitely coming back to look at these in vibrant visuals. We've got that rather strong. I'm not personally the biggest fan of that style of art with the smoke. I don't know what it's called, but there we go. It feels quite heavy, quite chunky. Also got some heavy core on here. In fact, let me clear my inventory a little bit. Got the heavy core. We've got an orange dragon egg, and then we've got the rest of the mob heads here. So that's a zombie, that's a creeper. Okay. The skeleton looking a bit bug-eyed. And then we've got the dragon. Now, I saw a picture of the dragon in the marketplace, and I immediately said, looked a bit derpy. That's not filling me with awesomeness, to be honest. This feels a little bit toy boxy. And I don't know if that's intended. But we're going to carry on anywho. What's that? That is a bee nest. Okay. Carry on through here. TNT is animated as well. So we've got loads of animation going on here. This feels like it's more marketed towards a younger audience as well. Loving that it's not vanilla, by the way. Absolutely loving that it's not vanilla. There are changes. We've got a little bit of a fog coming off of the crystal here too. That kind of pinky purple crystal. Again with some orange. I'm interested to see how that's going to look. And if we carry on through here, very clear and obvious ore designs. There is a few crossovers, like for here, for instance, the emerald ore and the gold ore uses the same design. So I don't think that's going to be perfect for people who suffer from color blindness. Would have liked to have seen a unique design between the two. Everything else I think looks rather unique, which is cool. What's this? We've got variation in stone as well. Oh, that is trickery right there. You see that, you think iron. You see that, you think coal. Nuh-uh, you just got dirty rocks, mate. And then up here as well, you got some glisten on the emeralds. Oh, don't let me down with the vibrant visuals. I'm begging you. Carrying on over here into the copper. I like those copper golems. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but I like just the fact it's changed. I like the little outfits that they're wearing. This guy's super happy over here. And then you've got the copper blocks and the copper chests. Again, feels a little bit basic. Not necessarily a bad thing there. Remember, 660 mine tokens. Depending on how the weapons look, we can allow for a bit of basicness on the blocks because this is marketed as a weapons pack. And then we've got the glass on here. Consistent designs. Some of them a little bit more harder to see than others. And then over here, oh, custom armor stands. I like that purple on you. Okay, and you've got the old satchels. What are they called? Are they called satchels? What are they called? Bundles? Why do I call them satchels? I don't know. They look about the right size as well. And then we can see all of the colored stuff. And oh wow, we've even got armor stand variations. That's so cool. That's how you know they've taken care for weaponry and stuff. Weapons and armors. Because the armor stands, color variations on trim, on design, the colors all look consistent as well across all of the different colored blocks and tools. Okay, basic iron door, basic copper doors, fair enough. You've got leaves here almost looking like cartoon cheese, massive gaps on there. I'm not the biggest fan of that. It seems a bit viney. I'm not gonna like everything, and I'm gonna let you guys know that, so just be ready for that. Then we got some oak on here. More variation, oak planks variation. Some of them have flowers. It's going to make building with it internally quite difficult. We've got visual effects. Wait a minute, where did these butterflies come from? Oh, wow. Okay, even if you don't like some of the design choices on here, there's a lot going on here that you get for your money. The planks feel very clean as well. Sorry, I had to take a breath there. And then obviously you've got the variation on the leaves and stuff. Seems to be just that oak tree that has the butterflies. Oh no, that's leaf litter up there. Hang on, let's see what else we get. So the birch comes with a heart. Some people aren't gonna like that. A little cute craft players might like it, but non-cute craft players might not. Birch gets butterflies as well. Okay, carry on in here. Jungle. Is it a consistent design? It's difficult with the variation. It looks like it is. Like the same variation, just different colors. So just bear that one in mind. Is that? Hang on. No, that's just leaf litter. Okay, I just wanted to, whoops. Would help if I knew how to place that back. That's just fallen leaf litter staying on the ground. Okay. Carrying on acacia. So acacia and jungle looking very similar. There is a slight difference. That's a bit more of a brighter orange than that one, but very, very similar nonetheless. And all of these leaf designs as well feel quite big and bulky. A lot of transparency on those. Not the biggest fan of how they've implemented those, if I'm being completely honest with you. Carrying on, dark oak. Seems to be some slight changes here in their designs. A bit different in like the plankness of them. And then again, you've got some flowers. So if I'm being honest, at this point, not the biggest fan, although that's not the worst. Not the biggest fan of some of the leaf blocks. And I'm not really the biggest fan of having the flowers and the vines on the planks themselves. mostly because these might be used interior, not necessarily exterior, and so that could become an issue for builders. Mangrove over here is also another kind of orangey feel. You could probably transition from jungle to acacia to mangrove quite well. And then up there as well for those. And then over here, cherry. So again, we've got some cherry leaves on here. The boats look clean. Got the heart on the cherry door as well. So again, some cute craft players might enjoy that. And then we've got pale oak. That's clean. That is genuinely clean, that. That's really nice. Like, very sleek in its design. I like that. And I like the little white trim there on the darker tree. That's really nice. Oh, I like those leaves as well. That kind of noir color tone. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And then carrying on through here, got the bamboo. Yeah, okay, that's fine for me. Yeah, I like that. That's all good. We just have a quick glance there as well at the leaves, the different color trees. The trees look cool. I like those. Those are nice. And if we go into the nether trees as well. Oh, I like these little detailing bits on here. Okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And there's some good blue here too. These guys have also got the detailing, but they don't stand out as much. When we fly over with vibrant visuals, it's going to be more of a direct flyover, not stopping to analyze everything. Now we've got concrete powder and concrete. So concrete looking like concrete bricks. Concrete powder, consistent. Got that kind of squarey art design. I wonder, oh, if there's PBR. If there's height maps in here as well, this could be nice. Good color though. I like the color. Terracotta as well. Nice differences between plain terracotta and powdered concrete there. That's good to see. Oh, some nice geometric designs. Okay. Really need to fix this big gap here, but not right now. Okay. Oh, I like that one. That one's nice. No weird pink arrows. Instead, we've got like this weird pink flowery kind of thing. Okay. And then you've got the honey block. You've got the honeycomb block. Bone is a clean white bone there as well. Okay. And then slime into the ice and the snow. And then the coral and the dead coral. Good color again. And if we come through here, we see the grass, the mud, the moss, the dirt. Obviously, one block of each. We won't see if there's any variations on these. The mud stuff feels a little bit plasticky. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but I'm getting a bit of a plasticky feel from that. Tough. Oh. Yo, Tough is out here giving Pale Oak a bit of a run for its money. This pack really does. White and black shading colors are really nice. Look, you couldn't see that Tough to Quartz, that the white block families in these are very consistent. That is nice. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the ancient city as well. Please. Yeah, that's nice. It just looks cool, you know. Low, I don't want to say low effort, but like low detail, low, not trying to reinvent the wheel. And then good color here. The purple, a bit more pink than purple. Not something I usually like, but it's a good color vibrance. End stone with the yellow as well. Very nice. Some of these feeling quite vanilla, but you can see there's a difference. They're inspired by vanilla, but there's enough change to know if I put a vanilla block on here, you'd see a difference, which is always good. Netherrack, Nether Bricks, Soul Sand, Red Nether. Not much of a difference between Netherrack and Red Nether. Like if I showed you these two, so this is Nether Brick and that's Red Nether. The slightest darkness on the Red Nether Brick. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't think I like having them so close, but from a builder's point of view, that might be cool. Slight texture variation, I guess. Carrying on into here, we've got quartz, we've got resin. Quartz again carrying that consistency, but with a bit more shading in here too. I really like the orange of the resin. Prismarine, it's so weird looking at these blocks like this first. Normally we look at world generation, but looking at them here first is really, it's quite shocking to be fair, like in terms of like not knowing how it's going to look in the world. Andesite, diorite and granite. I'm not the biggest fan of granite back there, it looks rather dirty. Andesite, looks like we're going to get some variation on the andesite blocks here. No, sorry, that's diorite. Diorite blocks. They're the most copy and paste-esque. A little bit noisy. Not my favorite free there. And then we've got sand down the bottom here and red sand. You can see a difference on these ones more than you could with the red nether bricks and the nether bricks, but it's not a big difference. Just wanted to make sure that was seen. Oh, those are nice bricks. Those are nice bricks, although bricks and then brick stairs, those are two different colors, my dude. I wonder. Hang on. Variation in bricks, orange and red. Oh, that's nice. Uh-oh, that's nice. Yes, that is nice. Okay, I'm here for that. Let's carry on. Blackstone, quite understated. My only question would be, is there enough of a difference between like blackstone and deep slate? Is there enough of a difference between pale oak and tough? That might be a problem. I'm not saying they're copy and paste, but the color palettes are a little bit close. There's definite copy and paste though. Like we're seeing the same stone design here that we've seen in the sandstone and stuff like that. So that's a bit disappointing if I'm staying consistent with how I usually score things. There is a good consistency of the gray across all of the different stones. We've also got the mossy cobblestone there as well. Not quite mossy, not quite viney, just kind of splatter of green. And then over here as well. So cobblestone stairs, I just want to see, are they always like that? No, some of them are plain. Okay, so we do have a lot of variation in this pack. The old mushrooms, and then the flowers here as well, giving that kind of older style of art. Whoa, that is some happy ghast. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. The hive is represented here. I missed the hive. I hope the hive are doing okay. Let's carry on through here. The sheeps, the cows. We'll see more of these during the world generation aspect. Iron golem. I don't want to get too close. I want to see it. I want to see it in the village, but there's some good stuff looking here. Not the biggest fan of the creeper design because of the TNT inside of it, but I get it. That's fine. We've got the old witches here. Look at the size of the Creaking's head. He's got the blinking animation. Okay. Oh, he's got a face. Okay. I was laughing, okay? Okay, I was laughing. All right. Oh, they look different. They look cleaner. Is that just me? They look clean. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, fancy that. A new texture pack that's actually updated to the latest design. I was told that might not be possible. Anywho, okay. I like that though. They look clean. Quite vanilla-y, but they look clean. They look clean. What are you? Are you guys slime? Okay. Slime looking sandy. The allay looking devilish. Oh, there's some good stuff here. There is some good stuff here. We'll try and see a bit more of that as we go. This has been a lot longer a section, and we still got the good stuff to get to. I do apologize. I wasn't expecting this to take that long. But let's start by looking at the armors. That is okay. The leather armors here, that looks quite... I'm going to say it looks rough, but not in a bad way. But like in a... You're slumming it. You're wearing rough clothes. I like that. Okay, this is copper. Oh, the difference with the different weathering effects of the copper in that as well. Quite bulky, quite chunky. Chainmail. Oh, they gave transparency for it as well. And the colors underneath are from the armor stands. That's nice. That is nice. Iron. Again, big and bulky, but you know what? I'm going to say it. No copy and paste here. Big, bulky, pixelated to a degree, but no copy and paste at all. It fits the art style that we're dealing with here. Gold here as well. Oh, I can't wait. Don't let me down with vibrant visuals, Heropixels. I beg you. Diamond looking quite epic. Netherite looking quite epic. Look at the turtle. The turtle shell. Oh my, it's a deep sea diver's helmet. Oh, we're keeping that on. We're keeping that on. Oh, wow. We also get water breathing with it, of course. Oh, that's nice. And then over here, we've got wolf armor, horse armor. The horse armor is quite basic, disappointingly. This guy is a very hairy horse. How you doing, buddy? Fair dues. And then if we look at the armor trim, so it does mention that there are special armor trims in here. I can't say armor trims are the things that I'm the most aware of, but I think there's changes here. Let me know what you guys think here on the iron armor sets. It's just nice to see a pack actually care enough to do stuff with this, though. That is kind of cool. I can't point out, oh, that looks different, that doesn't look different. I don't pay enough attention to armor sets at all. Like, I'd say that looks different, which is that's the silence one, but it might not. Oh, that looks cool, though. Look, the little Warden horns. Some of these armors are epic, man. I'm not going to apologize that this video is taking long. I'm not doing it. Not going to apologize. Oh. Okay. Somebody came to cook today. These are not Minecrafty at all. Now, this is where I'm clashing a little bit now, because I like the Minecraft style of art. I like the way they do their tools. I like the way they do their items. I like the way they do their designs. This feels more like your custom weapon sets, which I normally avoid because they're so different from the vanilla style. But with these replacing it, this would make a weapons add-on work, because all of those big weapons add-ons would feel like they fit in this pack. Look at the animations on here. We got to grab one, don't we? Let's grab this one for a sec. Whoa, hello. So switching onto it, we've got that kind of sound made popular by actions and stuff. No weird animation for it. Let's go into here. That's one hit, that. So that's how we're chopping trees. Okay, and in first person. Ooh. Okay, well, I know a pack that I'm testing with actions and stuff. I doubt this will work, but my actions and stuff compatibility tests on Dasman Reacts is going to be checking this. If we was to... All right, so I'm spamming it. It's the one animation. That is a fierce attack there as well, isn't it? Okay, let's put that back. So that is the... That's a hoe? Hang on a second. I thought that was an axe. That's a hoe. So what, you're supposed to like hoe the ground like that? Okay. I don't know how hoes are used, to be fair. Shovels. So let's just have a little look here. This one is... Grab this for a second. That's a wooden hoe, right? So the wooden hoe has vinage on it. So does the wooden shovel. Okay, so there's consistency across here. Okay. So let's grab this one for now. So, okay, that's quite a different animation on that one as well. I like that little wind swirl as well that we get here. Okay. And then look, okay, and if we're running with it, that's how we're running, holding it. That's how we use it. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. 660 mine tokens. And listen, Heropixel Games have been friends of the channel, right? I've done lots of their packs. They've supported the channel. They've gifted me gift cards in the past after I've critiqued their packs. So I'm being completely transparent with you there on that. I still think, even if that hadn't happened, 660 mine tokens, we're getting a ton of content. Whether you like the designs or you don't like the designs, you have to admit the content and the effort is there. Now, I've been critical of some of the blocks. I've been critical that this isn't my style of art, so I'm not about to sit here and lie about that kind of stuff, but just the sheer amount of effort for 660, we've seen so much less effort for so much more money. So here we've got a sword. How does that look? So that's just... Oh, and there's multiple different animations on here. We've got like a swing on that one. One way, one way, one way, one way, and here, one way, one way. So there's like 2 swing animations with the sword. Okay. Let's clear that again. On here now, we've got the axes. Let's have a little look. You know what? Did I even show you guys enough of these? Let's have a little bit of a slower, little bit of a movement across so you can see all of the different designs so far. Just realized that the armory has never been half an hour long. This is mad. This is why we don't start with this section. Carrying on here. Look at that little thunder sword. Are they different to the different types? That feels like a different sound. Grab that. They are. There's different sounds per weapon. Oh, that's going to be something for you guys to explore if you get the texture pack right there. I'm not going to spoil all of that for you. Then we look at the axes here. Let's grab this one. So this is an iron axe. Looks like the one attack animation. And there. And there. Okay, cool. Cool. Happy with that. Carry on through there. And then on here, the pickaxes. We haven't gone for gold. Let's grab a gold one. Switch it onto there. So just the one attack there. Again, custom sounds. Custom animations. Alright, the arm does look like it breaks. Like, I'm pulling that all the way back from London to Scotland right there. That's kind of crazy. That is a little bit crazy in that design. Okay. Hey, look, I'm seeing some pure effort on here, though. And then we've got the spears as well. This isn't going to be for everybody. I can't be the only person that doesn't necessarily like this art style in a vanilla world, but I can see people would really like this. I feel like this could get a good score just for effort alone. Effort and price. I feel like this might be good. And then carrying on onto here, I'm not going to show you the animations for these, but you can see, look how massive these are. Wow. Okay. Always got to test this, though. Always have to test this, because there was that one pack that did it weird. Grab that, put that on. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Good visibility from that. All right, happy with that. And then carrying on through here. See the rest of the stuff on here, too. Nice. And then we've got the end portal without the eyes and with the eyes. These almost look like they're squinting. These look like they're wide open. We've got a custom end design there as well. Got the nether portal, and then you've got the conduit as well. Listen, I said I'm not going to apologize for this video being long, so why don't we just quickly go and turn on vibrant visuals? Let's fly back and let's see what kind of stuff we're dealing with vibrant visuals as well. Did you know there is a full texture pack review database on my website at dasman.gg? Every review I've ever done here on YouTube is compiled into a database for you to search, sort, and compare scores. Links to all of my videos here on YouTube are also there, and you can now leave your review on your favorite or most hated packs as well to help build the community average score, all in the hopes of helping players like you and me get as much value for their money as possible. Head over to dasman.gg and check it out. All right, so I've put vibrant visuals on. I'm going to keep it daytime for now as we just fly through straight away and see what we get. There is a bit of a weird water animation going on here. It's not the most realistic design of water with the whole like black puddly patches and stuff. I don't hate it, but I do just want to point that out, that there is like a little black shadowiness of that as we go through. If we look at the weapons on here, again, it's daytime, so we may need to fly back at nighttime here. Nothing's jumping out as being too crazy. I'm just trying to have a little look in terms of, it doesn't look like it's specifically height maps, but it's definitely made to look 3D. It's definitely made in a 3D way. Like, you have got bits popping out and popping in, but not necessarily in a height mappy way, although potentially there could be some height maps. I'm not very good at spotting a height map versus a very good normal map. Although if you had to, like, if I had to go out on a limb, I would say that is height mapped. But okay. It's close enough to have me confused, so that's cool. Carrying on through here. And just looking around. So not exactly getting shine or glisten off of these. Although that's not as dull brown as it was. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting like lighting flares and stuff like that coming off of it. We're not dealing with like a Prisma Iron Golem here. Neither there either. It just seems to make the colors brighter and not necessarily shine or glisten. And then if we quickly just push through along here, see if anything stands out for us. Doesn't look like, other than it being like a brighter, warmer color, nothing really jumping out too crazy. We might get something nice from the glazed terracotta when we fly back. Just want to have a look at the ores. Let's get down here. I always find that nighttime is the best time to have a look at vibrant visual. Nighttime in-game, of course, not nighttime in real life, but just to see, it lets you see the shine, it lets you see the glow, it lets you see, oh, the ores glisten. The ore, look at that gold. Look at that gold right there. That's what I like. That is what I like right there. That glisten from the gold, from the copper, the diamonds. Oh yeah, does it do it to that up there? Please do it to the actual block. Doesn't look like it's gonna do it to the actual block itself. So the ores glisten, but not the blocks. From what I can see here, oh, that is disappointing. That on these ores, what you see here, 1 second, you see how they a bit of movement going. Hang on, there, that there. You see that little glisten on the gold? That's not an animation. That is the light hitting that. That is PBR. That is detailing right there. That's awesome. That is awesome, but not so much awesome for the blocks themselves. I didn't have a look at those there. Let me set it to midnight. And we've set it to midnight so we can see here, look, yeah, we've got glow on the repeaters, on the comparators, the daylight sensor, the shriekers. Actually, the lights themselves are a little bit dull. Glowstone is lit up and bright, as is the fire. You can't see, oh no, you do still see that kind of epic smokiness coming off of the end crystal here. The book is lit up, the chest. So is the beacon. So is the amethyst shards, the magma. That forced animation on the redstone there seems to, like, that's how it's getting its glisten. From the pulsing of the animation of the blocks, not necessarily from the lights. Copper's bright anyway. Ooh, look at the copper golems. And then the chests as well. Okay. Hey, they've done some PBR. I respect it. Again, not all packs do PBR. Let's fly through here really quickly. Look at that. The creaking heart over there as well is lit up. Yeah, okay, I'm here for that. Oh, I can't wait to see the Nether. We're going there. That's nice. A little bit more pulled back and subdued for the warped. Oh, we don't have any lighting on the glaze. That's a disappointing thing. That looked like that might cook earlier. Carry on through here. That's not got anything. What about the gilded blackstone? They're usually good places to have a little look. Carrying on over here. No, there's a bit of shine. No, it's an animation. It's just an animation on there that gives it that effect. Okay. And then carry on through here. What are we dealing with here? Oh, wow, that creeper's lit up. Oh, I like that. I like that on that one creeper. That's nice. Look at the creaking sphere. Oh, I like that. That's so good. That's so good. The Nautilus's eyes as well. I think that's their eyes. It might not be their eyes. Whatever that is. Their eyes or their butt was lit up. And then carrying on into here. The copper has a bit of a light to it. The only one that really gets it. The trims aren't lit up. That's a shame. And then, of course, the weapons gave off some light in certain areas. Especially the netherite ones. Oh, this is awesome. Guys, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait till the end of the video before I give my final score, because we are going to go through and do the proper texture pack review. But I know this has been half an hour, so if you want to call it there, that's absolutely fine. Drop a comment, leave a like, let me know how you guys felt about this pack so far. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new around here. But if you're going to carry on for the rest of the pack, I will try and be a little bit quicker in these other sections, but no promises. Let's go and see how a world generates. Alright, so for the rest of this review, I'm going to keep it in fancy graphics. So if you are a Vibrant Visual fan, I'm going to leave that for you guys to explore. But most people are currently using fancy, and it's just easier for me to do. So I hope that's okay. Now, we've seen how everything looks on their own, in their own independent blocks. What about in a world? Well, first of all, we have got that super cool sun up there looking like a cube. I like that. That's quite nice. But everything else from up here feels quite vanilla, in fact. Not too much really jumping out at me as being crazy as we take in the landscape. We're going to start by getting down here and having a look at the water, though. We can look at the water. It's a very simple water, normal kind of color, a darker blue maybe, but quite simple. Got the animation, not much to really write home about there. Looking over here, though, we've got the stone, and immediately, like I said before, we've got variation, the plain stone, we've got the fake coal variation, and we've got the fake iron or even fake copper variation here. And then you can see down there we've got some copper ore in there too. I like having multiple variances of a block. I think it makes the world feel very alive. There's some gravel in here. Look at the texturing on that. From stone to gravel right there. Builders, where you at? What do we feel about this? What do we feel about that? Ever so slightly lighter. I like that. I kind of like it. The design, very consistent, almost bordering on copy and paste maybe, but I think that will work from a texturing point of view there. This could be a builder's pack as well, actually. Let's carry on going through here. We can see the ores, so we can see the copper ore in here. Again, gives off that kind of cartoony feel. A little bit of like an animated. I still think this is targeted towards, or marketed, not necessarily targeted, towards a younger audience with some of these designs. But, I mean, you've got that there as well. Coal ore looking quite nice, which we'd already seen. We come through here, we've got the grass, and you can see again, we've got that variation, kind of like a darker bit there, a normal plain a bit there. Butterflies around the trees. I'm not getting any lag, by the way. I don't know how they've done that to not give me any lag. That's really nice little effect there as well. It's not on every tree, so maybe that's what it is. I guess at some point, oh, I bet what they've done. I mean, I'm not going to bet actually because I don't know if that works, but I would say that they've probably like varianced the leaf litter a little bit, maybe. That might not be how they've done it actually, but that would make sense to me. That's nice. Okay. And we got some here with some bigger flowers on there too. Let's see over here. Check out dirt and grass. So look, we've got normal dirt, we've got stony dirt, consistent on the colors. Okay. The edges don't necessarily. Oh no, they do mix up. They do match up. Sorry, that's fine. Yeah, I'm staying quiet there. And then you've got consistency on the colors there. That's nice. Yeah. I do think in some areas the art style is quite basic. Quite basic. They're not looking to go for any like artistic awards here. But basic isn't always bad. I don't think it's crazy vanilla. I think there's enough change there to not be vanilla, but be inspired by vanilla. I'd put this up against a vanilla block and tell you that it's different. Like the art style just looks different. It's based on the same block, but it does feel different to me enough. You know, let's carry on through here. Got a pig. That is a very bright pink pig. How you doing, dude? You okay? Do we have any mod variations? Oh yeah, look, we got a grey one, we got a dirty one, flowery one, white ones. Look at this. Look at the size of this guy's head. Okay, I like it. Yeah, variations is an easy way to win me over, man. I like that. So if we was to list all of the things that we've got, no, let's not do that. There's a chicken here. There is a flowery chicken. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Okay. So it is the Minecraft model. But again, that's how you turn something vanilla into your own. In my opinion, that is how you do that. This is enough away from vanilla. I don't want to keep talking about vanilla, but this is enough away from vanilla for me. Let's get a few more. What variations are we dealing with here? So we've got like a pigeony color, the white and flowers, a blue and red, and then just a plain white. That one's the most vanilla looking. Okay. Some good variation there. And then we've got, yeah, there's a cow over here too. Hey buddy, how you doing? Can I see you, please? Please. Cheers. Thank you for wiggling your butt. Let's see what you've got. Yeah, hi, how you doing? Big old eyes, I see you. A white one there as well. Another white one. No flowers on the, oh, there we go. Just as I said it. Some flowers on here now. Just a couple variations. Okay. Fair dues. Fair dues, yeah. Again, consistent art styles, not bad at all. I'm going to just spawn in. Let's grab a sheep. Let's grab a donkey. Let's grab a horse. Let's grab a skeleton horse. And then we'll grab a zombie horse as well. Just to kind of rush this bit through a little bit. So we've got a sheep. That's quite a plain sheep. Plain. Just plain colors. No flowery sheep. So the same thing that normally happens with sheep then. It's the one that misses out for variation because it's got the color variations. But when you shave it, it's very plain. Doesn't leave any wool behind. No need to be worried about color consistency there. Carrying on from that, we've then got donkeys. Hello. Like a little baby donkey. And then a bigger donkey. Quite plain. Just the one designer donkey there. Then we got a horse. Got a lot of mobs spawning, but again, no lag. So here we go for the horses. These guys have got like beards. Hello, mate. How you doing? I mean, you know what? There's changes to these horses enough for me to know they've done something to these too. I often worry that horses are broken in texture packs. Skeleton horse. Hello. That is consistent with the bone block that we saw as well. Yeah, I like that. Any variation on these guys? Doesn't look like it. And then we need to find a place that I can do a zombie one. Bonk him down there. Hello. Alright, quite a plain zombie one. Although it has got changed eyes, another beard. So consistent with the horse designs there too. Okay. And if we go underground. Let me just put the code in here. Game mode spectator. Let's see what we're dealing with under here. It'd be so cool if we could spawn next to a lush cave, wouldn't it? But it doesn't look like we're going to. That's spoilers for later. So let's get down here. We'll see what it looks like just underground without a night vision potion on. Needs to be some redness going on over here. Oh, this is a lush cave. Here we go. We found one. We found one. Okay. So if we come into creative again real quick. Game mode creative. What we're dealing with here. This is moss blocks. Okay. No variation to the moss. That's weird. That's weird. That's a block that sacrificed some variation. Feeling a bit more vanilla here with the glow berries and the spore thingy, the spore blossom. Okay. And then carry on through here. There's a bit more there. Let's see what it looks like under here. How are we dealing with all of the colors in the darkness? Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's go and find a village. And let's see what villagers, and let's see a bit more of the iron golem as well. Alright, so we're approaching a village now, and let's get up close and personal, see what we're dealing with here. So we've got the cobblestone on here, and this is where I feel, again, that basic-y design. They've not tried to throw in 100 million bits of details in here. It is quite, I don't want to say washed over, but very simplified. So that might not be for everybody in here. That torch does have a little bit of a glow, so you got that kind of animated fire and then a little bit of a glow on there too. I bet that's for the vibrant visual aspects. Not sure, but okay. Looking around up here, we've got an iron golem. An iron golem, which I do not know what you're supposed to be controlling it, but that is one of the most creative iron golems I've seen in a while. It's getting that kind of weird Minecraft glitch where the iron golem just kind of floats though. I've seen that with standard ones as well. Got an eye on his shoulder, which is weird. And then there was obviously the lifting of the arm on there. A bit disappointing that he is just sliding, but you can see he does try to walk like so. So that I think that's a Minecraft Bedrock glitch more than it is the texture packs glitch. And then we've got villagers on here. We've got a little purple-haired fellow. How you doing? Have fun. And if we spawn in a load of these guys here as well. Alright, some of these have characters. Look at that. You got the guy there with the one tooth. You've got, oh, we've got diversity as well. That's great. Very good. They got big ears as well. Hello, guys. How you doing? Some with vines, some with not. We click onto one of these guys. And see, that's how it looks there for the trading aspect. Okay. I think the art style's consistent. I think we've got diversity. We've got a creative iron golem. Yes, the art style's not going to be for everybody. We're not exactly reinventing the wheel with the best art ever here. I think that's safe to say. But there's so much here to begin with. And I wanted to say it in the last section and I completely forgot to. But we've got block variation. We've got vibrant visual compatibility. We've got 3D weapons and animations. We've got mob variations, player animations, sounds, all sorts going on here. There's visual effects with the butterflies. We've seen texture packs. I don't want to go and say 660 mine tokens. It's absolutely amazing. What I'm actually going to say is we've seen texture packs worth double this, do half of this. And so we need to glaze when texture packs have this much effort in. I acknowledge it doesn't have the art style that everybody's going to like. I acknowledge it might not change things that everybody's going to like, but I will not sit here and say a bad thing about what I've seen so far with that price and with the amount of effort that's gone into this. So buckle up, because we've got some more to go. We're going to set it to nighttime now. We're going to see what hostile mobs look like. We're going to see what a nighttime looks like. And so I've set it to nighttime now, and you can see as well, we've got the moon, another square on there too, but a bit more solid than what the sun was looking like. And if we look around, this is how it looks at nighttime in general. No effects, no nothing. That looks awesome up there, by the way. I don't know if you can see it, but right up there in the distance is a pillager outpost, and it looks sick on that mountain. What was I going to say? This is how it looks as standard at night. It doesn't feel too dark. It doesn't feel too crazy, but we will drink a night vision potion. And this is me walking, kind of looking like I need to go to the toilet. Anywho, remember, this is your arachnophobia warning. There will be spiders in this section, so just be prepared for that, and we'll get it out of the way straight away, I think. So here is a spider. It's a brown spider with some green specks and a little bit of hair gel in its hair. Do we have variation? The markings are varianced, so the color of the base spider doesn't look like it's changing too tough, but it has got varianced color markings. Okay, that's cool. I like that. The zombie out here just carrying a spear, as you do, twice his size. How you doing, mate? You all right? He's got buggy eyes. He's got buggy eyes though, little alien buggy eyes for the zombie. Again, really doubling down on the kind of cartoony aspect. Variants as well, different outfits. Got a king here. We've got this guy wearing the leather armor, looking very scarecrowy. I like that. And then again, another buggy feel here when it comes to the skeleton. Let's see, do we get any variations on the skeleton? Again, very consistent in the white color of the skeleton versus the bone block, although some of these guys do have those gray feet and hands. I like it, man. I think these look quite clean. I think they're still consistent with a color style. I do like that. Now, where is a creeper? A creeper's what I want to see. Now, in Vibrant Visuals, we saw in the Armoury section that the creeper, some of them are like really brightly lit up, some of them aren't. We also saw as well that they do carry TNT, at least in their design. I can't seem to get one to spawn, so can I see a creeper in here? Never easy for me to see things. Zombie, zombie horse, breeze, creaking creeper. There we go. Let's spawn one of these guys in. So we've got a blue geezer here with the white snowy top. Okay. Then we got a little red guy here as well. The variations are cool. I don't like putting the TNT inside them. I think that really just dumbs down what a creeper is. But I like the colors. Another blue and white. There's a green one there. Green and orange. We got quite a few different variations on here. Very simple, very basic. A big face. Not my favorite design of a model, but the colors are cool. That's all I've really got to say on that one. Let me know what you guys think so far. If you are still watching, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the support. We're going to head out to the ocean now. We're going to see what an ocean monument looks like. Now we're here above an ocean monument. It's nighttime, and I've taken the night vision potion off so we can see it in all its glory. I really like the blue from up here, but let's get underwater, see what we're dealing with here. So I've not drunk the night vision potion yet. This is what visibility looks like underwater. It's quite cloudy. I don't know if it needs to catch us up. It does feel a little bit jittery because of the animation of the kelp, so just bear that in mind on here. I'm going to drink the night vision, which turns that all green, but it actually doesn't make visibility any better down here. So this is a very difficult to see underwater style. But then here we've got the prismarine bricks. So it's that consistent brick design, copy and paste brick design, depending on how nice you want to be about it. I'll say copy and paste that we've seen. Stone, sandstone, and the whatnots all seem to be having that same block design. It's a nice blue though. Looking around at the prismarine, I think there's a color change happening. The very kelpy area. It's like a purpley. Yeah, it's going from purple to blue. It's consistently, oh sorry, it's color changing from purple to blue there. Very difficult to, hello, what are you? Guys, we've got a guardian. We've got a guardian and it looks like an alien. I have to say, it looks like an alien shark tentacle thing. I have to say, being completely fair here, I'm not quite sure what the theme of this pack is. I know we've got the 3D weapons, but I'm not quite sure how everything links together. Because passive mobs looked quite normal. Hostile mobs looked for the most part normal, but then we had obviously some buggy zombies and skeletons. We've now got this sharky tentacle looking thing. I'm just not sure what the overall theme here is, and unfortunately I may need to mark it down for that in terms of sticking to theme, but I don't think it's going to get marked down a ton. We do also have the sea lantern here, quite basic sea lantern, nothing too crazy on that. And if we go into here, the Elder Guardian is a massive shark. It's like a cross between a shark and a xenomorph. Xenomorph, however you say it. He's got two mouths, which is always a problem. It's a twin shark. Okay, look, 10 out of 10 for creativity. Not so 10 out of 10 for sticking to theme. Like, it looks quite cool though. It's well made. It's well made. We have to admit that. And is that dark prismarine isn't particularly dark either. Just bear that one in mind there. I didn't mean to throw some of that stuff away, but that's fine. I can fix that later. Do we have a drowned? Yes, we do. We've got the drowned. That's a bit basic. That is a little bit basic in its design. And there doesn't seem to be any variations on it. Definite cousin to a zombie. But, I mean, they've put, like, I guess a deep sea diver's helmet on him. It's a bit basic. That's probably the most boring of all of the ones that we've seen so far. Let's head underground. Let's go and see a trial chamber. And now we're inside a trial chamber, and I've been looking forward to this since we saw the tough blocks. So looking at this here, I really like how white and bright the tough blocks are. The copper feels a bit basic, and then we do have down here the dropper or the dispenser, which again feels quite basic, almost Cyberman from Doctor Who on the face, but in a very basic way. That's not particularly a compliment there. But in here, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's not too bright, it's not too dark. If we was to pop on a night vision potion as well, just have a little look here again, what we're dealing with. We've got polished tough up there. It's basic art style, simple. I've said it a million times already, so I'll just say it one more time. It's a basic art style. It's absolutely fine. And then if we was to, I thought I had it, but I don't. Let's go and get myself a breeze. See what we're dealing with here. From a breeze. Hello. Oh, that's a different one. Yeah, I like that. I like that. They've changed it. It's almost like a mage floating around. That is nice. He's got like a weapon in his hand, like a little spatula or something. Bright eyes. That's very nice. That is very nice. This pack puts effort in places and has basic in others. So it's going to be a really difficult one to say here. We've already gone to the armory, so let's head to the Nether and let's see what's going on there. Alright, so into the Nether we go. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with in here. I don't have night vision potion. This is just the standard Nether fill here. Okay, it's quite bright. Like Netherrack and glowstone combining to be quite a bright experience here. We're in the Basalt Delta. Some really good greys and reds and oranges on here as well. Fortress over there, that's good to know. And then we've got that kind of lighter blue fog all off in the distance. Now, is that because we're in a Basalt Delta? Let's see what happens. Go into here. Does it change color? Not obviously. Okay. This is a very bright Nether. It really is. What have we got down here? Who are you? You're just a piglin, are you? You are a zombified. Oh, you're a zombified piglin. Ah, as we can see by the hand. I see, I see. No variation on that one there. Netherrack has got variation though. That's cool. And then looking around here, we've got a piglin as standard with his really big crossbow. And you've got a really big spear. Aren't you lucky? Okay. You guys are cool. We've got the magma cube here as well. Now, I know the magma cube's not going to look like the magma block, as we can see that there. Little hairy fellow. How you doing, buddy? There's little growth spurts on him. And then if we head over to here as well, I think this will look really nice in vibrant visuals. I don't want to spoil that in the video. We've seen what crimson looks like. Or do I show you guys? I feel like I probably should, right? Let's look at the fortress and then we'll come back in vibrant visuals and just have a quick look. It's so... Whoa! Okay. That was a ghast. And that ghast had me gasping. Okay, I'm a little bit scared to see another one of those. The ghast was an actual head. Can we get another one? There it is. Oh, wow. Okay. And he's got smoke coming out of his butt as well. Dude, you can get tablets for that. Just so you know. You can get tablets for that, mate. That is creepy. Yeah, I have no idea what the overall theme of this is supposed to be. I'm not getting much Olympus vibes. I don't really understand that. So in that sense, it feels a little bit mishmash. But everything's still just like in a little bubble. It all looks really cool. Let's go this way. Again, very bright blue fog. And if we come around here, it's almost like they've gone and said, the weapons are the important part. Everything else, just take a mix mash of stuff. We're just going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. I don't necessarily like that. But a lot of the elements do kind of feel really good if you look at them in a bubble of just themselves. We've got the fortress here. Let's come through here. Big old mushroom. We're looking for a blaze. We're looking for a wither skeleton around here. The fortress itself, quite bright. Not the same color as Netherrack. Anything around here for blazes and wither skeletons would be nice. Doesn't look like it. What about over here? Alright, we'll get a blaze from here. Here we go. Come on, epic blaze. No, they've just put a crown on them. So the crown is actually the most consistent, although this guy's got a little... I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's almost like a heat element on his head there. Okay. Like the smoke, though. Is that coming off the spawner, or is that coming off of these guys? It looks well made, though. There's not heavy pixelization on most of the stuff. It looks well made in that sense, and you look like a wither skeleton, which is just a flip of a standard skeleton. Okay, let's go and get the wither out here. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So 1, 2, and 3. Like so. Okay, we've got a custom wither. I like that. So now we've also got a custom boss model as well. Okay. Like an angel of the deep right here. What is that supposed to be? 1 head instead of 3. I rate the creativity. I rate the creativity. I really do. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Let me pause this. Let me go and turn on vibrant visuals. Alright, so that jump cut allowed me to turn on vibrant visuals. And what you see here, it's immediately darker. Straight away it's darker. I'm going to get under here. There isn't necessarily a ton going on for the wither in vibrant visuals. There's some lighting effects around the eyes, but it's not too crazy on that. But it's definitely a lot darker in these tunnely areas. If we come through here, I think somewhere here is a way out. If you can hear drilling, I do apologize. My neighbors have again started doing works. Oh, wow. Oh, that is night and day. Look at that. So I guess something was happening with that fog that was occurring in Fancy that allows this to work so much better. Look at the glowstone. Look at how dark that is. Look at the crimson biome. Oh, that feels so much more epic, you know. You may need to use this in vibrant visuals. It's not really sold as a vibrant visual pack. Like, it doesn't mention that it's really supposed to be. Like, you know, Prisma, you can tell, is supposed to be a vibrant visual only pack. Luminous Dreams is really only supposed to be used with vibrant visuals. This pack doesn't really feel that way, and yet it looks epic. Oh, we'll see the Enderman in the end, but actually I'm not going to put vibrant visuals on for that. So this is how an Enderman looks with vibrant visuals on, PBR and everything there. That is awesome. I like that. That is such a shot right there. Wow. All right, let's head into the end. Let's see what the Ender Dragon looks like. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to this bit. And into the end we go. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Back on fancy graphics, no night vision potion at all. So again, we've got that really light void. Oh, this makes me think we have to come into this with vibrant visuals as well to see what's going on. So in fancy graphics, it doesn't really feel like the end. It feels very bright. It doesn't feel very ominous. We've got Enderman variations here. Oh, we're gonna have to, aren't we? We're actually gonna have to, because if those were lit up in vibrant visuals, how is that gonna look? Oh, that's interesting. And then we've got the dragon here, so let's see the dragon. Very derpy in the face. It almost looks like an overgrown chicken. I don't know if that makes sense, but it doesn't look like the dragon. It doesn't feel epic like the dragon, and it's a bit disappointing in that sense. But it does have that kind of markings on it to match the title card. Very purple obsidian as well. And we've also got variants end stone here too. But this is a very good example of what is the theme of this pack. I just don't know. Let me go and turn on vibrant visuals. And vibrant visuals is turned on, so let's have a look. And here's the end that we all are used to seeing. A darker end. A little bit of lag as the shadows start to kick in. The dragon. Let's start with the dragon then, shall we? It feels stronger with the light ups, you know, the hands, the feet, the wings. It's still a little bit derpy, but the colors are quite strong. And then if we have a look around here as well, you see the Enderman. Oh, there's a lot of lag though in here. I'm not going to lie to you. Could be just because I've just loaded the world, but it could also be the shadows. Look at that. Where did all of that come from? There's like a really weird effect on the end stone that I didn't quite notice in fancy, but I feel like it's causing a lot of shadow. It's causing a lot of lag as it's coming through here. So just beware on that one. And then, yeah, you got the Enderman brightly lit up there as well. Let's do a teleport, shall we? Let's go 30,000 blocks. Why not? It's there. We'll do that one. Boom. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, wow. Okay, that was luck. So we can see there how the light is affecting the end city on there. Okay. There is definite lag though. There is a definite lag on this. I think it's whatever's happening here with the end stone is not the greatest feeling in here. But in terms of the end though, it's what you would expect. You've even got like a subtle end flash there as well. So the fancy graphics feel a lot brighter. And the vibrant visual graphics feel a lot more what you would expect there. Let's head to the ancient city and let's see what the Warden looks like. And now we're in an ancient city. I don't have night vision potion on, as you can see. I want to show you guys the full effect of this down here. It's very dark. The skulk has a pulsing animation. Black base with kind of gold pulses and circles on here as well, which is rather interesting. Gives us a very weird effect on here, and it seems like certain pulses occur at different times. Maybe the skulk veins to the skulk at different times. But let's get a night vision drunk and let's see what we're going to deal with here. So here we get a lot more of that orange. I'd forgotten about that actually. So that orange and gray, that orange and black that we get from the skulk sensors. We saw that in the armory earlier. I mean, it's not often you see black and orange, right? It's really not. It's a weird effect. I don't know if I like it. I respect it for being different. I don't think I've ever seen this design before. I think the Warden might matter here. Let's get the Warden out here. All right, if I've counted correctly, the Warden's about to spawn. Ooh, okay. So not a drastic change in model. We're not seeing like a Wither style change here, but consistent colors again. Very good blending in. And you got the oozing and stuff on that too. I'm not going to do a vibrant visual check on this. I'm going to leave that for you guys to experience in here. Okay. It feels a little bit weird with the black and gold, but what am I going to give this texture pack out of 10? I forgot about the walk. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you here, right? That's what I'm here for. I really want to give this pack a 9. I really do. The price, the amount of content that's been given, the sheer quality of some of the textures, the absolute care that's been put in to some of the designs, like the fact that certain things are lighting up in certain ways, but the vibrant visual elements to this, like all of these little things, all the way down to just the fact that this pack must have been in like approval stage for, if I listen to what I'm told by some would-be experts, could be anywhere up to 6 months. And yet it's up to date for the latest update that was released, or at least the big one, you know, the Mounts of Mayhem one. It's up to date with the Nautilus and stuff. So stuff like that, I really just want to respect it. And I really want to give it a 9 out of 10. But I also need to be accountable for myself here and say that I could potentially be glazing it a little bit, could be adding a little bit of recency bias to it. So 9... if I think of it objectively, and the fact that I'm thinking this makes me think I shouldn't give it a 9, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because of what I said, because of the fact that for 660 mine tokens, you get so many different elements. Yes, a big question for this is, what is the actual theme? And that has been a reason why I've marked it down, because I can't sit here and tell you that this is an Olympus theme. I can't sit here and tell you that this is an alien theme or a buggy theme or a childish theme or a toy box theme. Certain things don't make sense. That's completely honest to you there. Doesn't make sense. Don't know how you theme this. And it will blend in with add-ons really well, like weapon add-ons really well. But I don't really think everything matches itself. So that inconsistency needs to be logged. And I do need to call that out. But no, for the value, for the price, for all of the different elements, I feel quite good at giving it an 8 out of 10. And if we head over to my texture pack review database on my website at dasman.gg, we can have a look at other texture packs that I've rated an 8.0. And that puts this texture pack, the 3D Weapons texture pack, in company with packs like Afreshed by Creator Labs, Backrooms Realism by A30X1. We also have a Block Pixel by Rainbow Pixel, Chroma Hills by Cyclone Studios, and packs like Faithless by Cubecraft Games. Apparently, I've actually rated 56 packs an 8.0, so that's almost a quarter of all of the packs that I've done. I'm definitely not as negative as people tell me that I am, I don't think. But if we then have a look at other texture packs that I've reviewed by Heropixel Games, we can see that this 3D Weapons texture pack is on par with packs like Cubed Frames, Kindergarten, Minimalist Craft, and Pastel Paradise. It absolutely blows packs like Dragon PvP and Halloween Craft out of the water, but it does also sit firmly behind Backrooms Realism and Sci-Fi Robots. Remember, you can go to my texture pack review database on my website, dasman.gg, and you can leave your own texture pack review ratings, and they will all be combined together to give us a community texture pack rating for each texture pack that I've reviewed in the past. So head over to dasman.gg, find my texture pack review database, and click on the rate button in the third column of your favorite, least favorite, or just most interesting texture pack.